So the first question we're going to ask you, and hopefully you have all connected to the hoop. How would you define artificial intelligence or AI literacy?
So the first thing that went through my head was about understanding how AI relates to and impacts kind of your job and your company and organization. So very much kind of lower Bloom's taxonomy stuff, just understanding level.
So our next question to you is, how does this really relate to the role of our middle managers? So as we're waiting on there, so AI literacy refers to the level of understanding and knowledge that individuals have about AI and its applications. It embraces a range of competencies, including understanding the fundamental concepts and principles of AI, its capabilities and limitations, and its impact on various aspects of society. So I thought that was kind of an interesting kind of definition as we went through, but we'll see what people's, consideration is. How does it affect middle managers? So Megan, what are your thoughts, when we come to middle managers? Are we overloading our middle managers with more and more and more?
Well, yes, but I think that there's so much excitement for how AI can help managers work more efficiently, develop coaching skills, use it, even in drafting, performance feedback, like rather than staring at a blank Word document for 15 plus minutes in terms of how should I want to tell Michael he's doing a great job, like give me some language or give me some talking points. So I think there's a lot of possibilities, but it's that balance of helping leaders and organizations see the positives versus getting caught up in all of the fear.
Yeah, as you talked about governance, and it brings back memories or thoughts about all kinds of other technology that moved so fast, governance couldn't keep up. Certainly the government, much less governance at the company level. And this one's moving faster than anything we've seen before. So it's really hard to envision what it's going to be like over the next year or 2 years from a governance standpoint. I mean, social media kind of hit the world by storm once everybody had access to just Facebook, and nobody really knew what to make of it. And then the companies had to put policies in place, and then there was like, what's professional, what's not. For this is like a combination of what's happening or what happened in that whole space, plus all the rise of data analytics tools. And I could picture and think of friends who are working in data analytics, kind of data scientists, whose companies didn't have the best tools. And so they were using their kind of either open source stuff or licenses they had on the side to kind of do the heavy lifting.
Everyone has such great ideas. I was just reflecting. One of the things that I really appreciate, and I'm seeing it more on all the social media channels, are people who are further advanced in this and are putting out guides to prompts and what can it do. I've seen one-page infographics. I've seen a lot of people on social media saying you can prompt this way, prompt this way, prompt this way, prompt this way. So thinking like for organizations, it would be helpful if they could provide that guidance. So here's how you could get started. Here's ways that you could get started where you wouldn't necessarily be running into a wall with confidentiality, right? So for middle managers, you could get started with using it to, like some of the things we talked about, to give better performance feedback, prepare how to coach someone maybe in a different generation and somebody of a different generation than you. How can you put agendas together for your team meetings? Some kind of like baby steps to get started in terms of easy uses that aren't necessarily saying like put your private, confidential, corporate information into it and then expect to get something back.